language. According to linguistic science, so it's a science of languages. As we have physical science, chemical science, in the same way we have a science of languages. We call it as linguistics. It finds out the similarity of languages, difficulty of languages, changes, and new arrivals, etc. We call it as Indo-Germanic language. There's a branch called Indo-Germanic languages. We find Urdu, etc., Arabic or Persian languages. Telugu, Tamil, etc. are called as Dravidian languages. So the main focus of Sanskrit is on Indo-Germanic languages. We call it as Arya Bhasha. We call Aryans. People whose Aryans, like ancient people, are called as Aryans. They spoke a Bhasha language called Arya Bhasha. It is called as Indo-Germanic languages. Okay, so it spread throughout the European place, Greek, Latin, etc. For example, we all call as the English word mother. Okay, in German it is called as matru. Matra. We call as father in English, it is called pitra. So the two words are in Greek, like German language words. These both are German language words. See the similarity of English. You will have fun within 5 minutes, okay? So, but still, it is a theory. I'm going to practical things also. Okay? So, there are many Persian languages also, like, we can see the similarities like Persian Stan. Okay? Sthana means, what is a Sthana? Place. Pakistan, Paki means pure, Vitra, Sthana is place, pure place. Afghanistan, Sthan is a place. Like even in Persian language also, we find the similarities of Sanskritam. So that's the reason, not only in Indo-Germanic languages, as we are the children of Sanskrit, even in Dravidian languages, we find the similarities. Okay, like all the star names like Purva Bhadra, Purashada Nakshatra, Mula Nakshatra, all the stars, etc., are the same as spoken in Sanskrit. Okay, let us go to the next one. More intellectual concept is, it is said that humans were more physical and intellectual than those of today. Like we are learning still. What we are learning? We have knowledge of English to communicate, but we don't have the knowledge of all the other research. We can communicate. Some may have expertise in mathematics, some may expertise in physics, some may got expertise in some other languages, some may got expertise in like poetics. But not everything. But in ancient time, people used to have multi-talented. They are called as encyclopedias. Okay? Like, people used to be very big, nowadays they are very small. People were known to remember everything in just hear it once. We call it as Eka Santhagrahi. You ever heard about it? Eka Santhagrahi. If you tell once, they'll just grasp it and you can take it. Small kids of 5 years, 3 years age, children are singing songs very beautifully. Like some children are dancing excellently. Some are doing mathematics excellently nowadays. I saw some competitions in America, in spell bee contests, etc. Children are very fast. So their brain is very sharp. In those days, it was a training given in Gurukulas. Teacher used to tell very slowly in once. You know what is Eka Santhagrahi? Let me tell you. Santha means repeating one sentence into 2 times. Like Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. Student will recite it for 2 times. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. Teacher repeats again. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. Student repeats 2 times. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu. In total, how many times? Teacher 2 times, student 4 times, 6 times. This is called as one Santha. Teacher will never repeat again. Student need to practice it later times and he should get it perfect. So in that way, our teachers also taught us Eka Santha, how to remember the word. Next time if teacher don't tell you, how concentration will show? With great interest, we'll try to understand, memorize and practice, and tomorrow, next day class, students used to recite before the teachers without mistakes. So this was a training in ancient times. So they are more intellectual because they show more concentration. They have no diversions. Nowadays we have more diversions. And they used to concentrate more because they used to learn in Gurukulas, ashramas in forest, where there is no diversions of televisions or satellite internet connections, etc. No holidays at all. Nowadays, you have Saturday and Sunday or etc. festival holidays. We used to have only holidays in the summer month, 1 month. That too, like before decades. Previously, there are no holidays. They used to join in Gurukula at the age of 7. They used to come out of Gurukula at the age of 20. Till then, no mother, no father, no brothers, no sisters. Everything is Guru only. So, the value of Guru is such a high in that time. Student used to listen to teachers in such a way as if he is a father and is God, everything. That's the reason we got a shloka. Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Maheshwara. That's why teachers used to teach in that way. Okay, next one. Nowadays, all the ancient traditions are just coming down. I don't call it as dying, but coming down. We need to increase it again and again, like Eta Santagrahi concept or Vedic intelligence or Shastra Patima, perfection in Shastra, etc. We need to develop it. Okay. Let us have fun. There are Sanskrit Shabdas here given in the beginning. It is a translation of Sanskrit Shabda as it is in English. And we will see the English word. This is an encouragement for people who are interested in Sanskrit, are afraid of spelling it or afraid of getting into it. It is very easy. Now we are living in a Sanskrit word. It means a refined word, refined, done by our ancient scholars. The first Sanskrit Shabda. What we pronounce it is in English there are fair, A. The A will be pronounced in 4-5 times in English. It is a prefix. Okay? Like theist, atheist. There are many concepts like in grammar also. Fair, opposite is unfair. Avashyakata, anavashyakata. The grammatical concept is also used in English. I'm not saying that it's a language. It is a beautiful language, but the concepts were come from our ancients as a river flow. Right. Arohanam Martandasya. Arohanam is moving higher. Martanda is sun. When sun is rising, we call it as AM, right? The Arohanam, the A, Martandasya M, together we call as AM, anti-meridian. Okay? Right. Next one. Adhika. Adhika means Adhika Masa. Adhika means high, more. Adhika in English, translate. Adhika in Sanskritam, it is add in English. There was a great scholar, he wrote a book called English is a replica of Sanskrit.
Can be said as an extra.
Yeah, extra also.
Additional.
Like additional adding means adding what we are doing in additional. Even though extra is a something, after adding it becomes extra. What is the concept of adding? It becomes extra when you add. But the process of adding extra is what? Like adding. It is called as a basic root. Okay. The great scholar of at age of 82, he wrote a book called English is Replica of Sanskrit. He did lot of research and he found out 1,000 words for an alphabet. It means there are 26 alphabet A to Z. He just brought out 26,000 English words which tells that Sanskrit is its origin. It is his research, it is theory. Okay, the next one. Anyatara. Anyatara means the another one. Nor this, the other one is called as Anyatara. The similarity of the English word is another. Anya, another. Anyatara. So it is simple to learn. Next one. Anamika. Anamika. Namamu is name. Anamamu is no name. We call it as anonymous. Anama. No name. Next one. This is called Arjuna. Arjuna is a name. We know in Mahabharata. Argentinium. Arjuna is who is brightening. It is a research done by a scholar. Like Aryan. Arya is, I already told you, it's a ancient people's name is called as Aryavarta Desha. Bharata Desha is called as Aryavarta Desha. Like Aryan used to stay. Like we can call it, there is another name called Aryana. It is a fashion name nowadays. Ardha Matrika. Ardhamatrika is called as arithmetic. Like atta, attahasam. If you heard like attahasa, like laughing it loud, like atta means etic. Aksha, axis. Like bandhana. Bandhana means tying it. What is the meaning of bond? Like having affection towards. Like bandhana turned into bond. Like Barbara. Barbara Desham. In ancient Mahabharata, there was a great Rakshasa called Barbarika. Before, so I'm not diverting into other concept. I want to tell you something which is very important and valuable. Okay, there is a story in which before Mahabharata Yuddha, there was a great person called Barbarika, who is a great warrior, who can finish Mahabharata battle within 1 minute. He is called as Barbarika. But there is a weakness here. He promised his mother, telling that, I will support the weaker part. Wherever he is, the battle is won from his side. If he stands a weaker part in the Pandavas' place, he will win the battle for sure. But when he is winning, the other person will be weaker. As promised, he will jump from this place to that place. Then Pandavas become weaker, he will jump from that place to this place. In such a way, no one will win the battle, everyone will die. That's the reason Krishna controlled him and asked him not to enter into the battlefield. He is the only person who observed battlefield from beginning to ending from a mountain. He is called as Barbarika. There is a great history for him. Barbarika, like a barbarian. He is like cruel person. Nowadays it become like scolding, you are a barbarian. Like you have no mercy at all. Like Barbara is a kingdom where all those people used to live. But Barbara is a barbarian. Okay? Bukka is barking. Bow. I already told you the bow theory. The word come from it. Bukka. Next one. Vichi. Where you can find more air flowing towards you. It's called as Vichi. We become to beach. If you stand nearby the ocean, you can find the breeze, like you can find the heavy air. That is called as Vichi. It become into beach. Like Abhigana Sthana. Like it's a place of countable people. There are many talented, countable people used to be there. So Abhigana Sthana turned into Afghanistan. Like Amaraka. Amara is a god. Amaraka Desham is called as place of gods. It is America. Like Astralaya, where people used to hide like atom bombs, nuclear bombs, in a cool place where the heat should not come out due to explosion. Nowadays we find like Beirut, recently there is a blasting over there. Because due to having no proper protection of that explosion things. Like Astralaya, where they used to hide the Astras, is called as Australia. Like Bruhat Sthar. Okay? It become Great Britain. Like there is no great, right? It's Britain. Okay? Bruhat Sthana is become Britain. Bruhat is great. Nowadays the people call us Great Britain. Bruhat Sthana, a bigger place. Great place. Brahma Desha, Brahma, that is Burma. Like Danu is Danube. Like Daitya Sthana is called as a Dutch land. You can see easy words generally we use. Like in Hindi called as Mendak. In Sanskrit it is called as Manduka. Matsya. Many places Matsya itself, Matsya is fish. It is very famous Simha. In Punjab people Sikhs are called as Singh. Singh come out of the same word called Simha. Gaja, elephant. In many languages it's called as elephant. Is the Makaraha. If you add this Visarga is Pumlinga. If you add a line called Dirgha, it becomes Strilinga. Simple in Sanskrit. Vishnuhu, Visarga is there, is masculine gender word. Vaishnavi, if it is a Dirgha, we call it as feminine gender. Okay? If it is a visarga, is a pumlinga, masculine gender. If it is a dirgha, we call it as feminine gender. Simple. Mandukaha, manduka, masculine and feminine. That's it. So now your knowledge got doubled. You know mandukaha, matsyaha, simhaha, lion, gajaha, elephant, makaraha, magarmach in Hindi, makaram, Telugu. Okay? Makaraha is a crocodile. Kachua in Hindi is Kachapaha in Sanskrit. Hope you are able to understand. All our wordings are from Sanskrit only. Okay? Shrugalaha is a fox. Vyagraha is a tiger. इसे हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? हिंदी में बाघ. Bagh, nothing but Vyagra turned into Bagh. So all these words are Sanskrit, pure Sanskrit words with a small suffix or prefix changes. Prefix which comes a change before, suffix a change comes later. With a small changes we are using the words like Shunakaha is a dog, Shuni is a female dog, Bidalaha cat, Go cow, Ajaha sheep goat, Shashakaha rabbit, Shashi, Mrugaha is a deer, Ashvaha which is famous, Ashvaha is called as horse, Ushtraha in Hindi we call it as oot, okay, is a camel. Simple. Okay, let us have some more fun. We have more 20 minutes time. Let us have fun. In understanding of language, nowadays we are using different names for different things. Let us know what we call food. Generally, in morning time we do breakfast. What is breakfast in Sanskrit? Alpahara. Alpa is less, ahara food is called as alpahara. Alpaharam, less taken food is called as alpa ahara. We call it as tiffin. Okay? Lunch is called as bhojanam. Bhojanam. Bhojanam is lunch. So, for us actually, in Indian ancient tradition in Sanskrit, people used to have food once. Morning they may take alpahara, at night they may eat fruits, will take buttermilk, etc. So, there is no dinner. If you want to convert dinner into Sanskrit, we should call it as Ratri Bhojanam. Alpahara, morning breakfast. Lunch, that is Madhyana Bhojana. Madhyana Bhojana. If you take it at night, we call it as Ratri Bhojanam.
Acharya, are you trying to show us something on screen? We don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm going to show. Just I'm giving introduction of what I'm going to show. The next one. Tiffin is Alpahara. Alpa, small, little, ahara, food. Lunch, Madhyana Bhojanam. Lunch, Madhyana Bhojanam. Dinner, we call it as Ratri Bhojanam. Okay? Like, let me show you some other screen, okay, to which I loved most. See, in this Alpahara, there is a chart. The Sanskrit word is Alpahara, you can find here. Okay? So the Hindi word is like copied from English tiffin, and English also tiffin. Like syak, snacks, etc. The words, same English words only.
Yeah, we are not seeing anything.
You are not able to see? Yeah, just a second. I'll show you. I'll share a screen. One second. New screen. Now?
Yes. Yes.
You got a screen? Yeah. See, it is Sanskritam is Alpahara. The different names of English. Okay? In Malayalam, see, you can understand why Malayalam people consider Sanskrit as their mother language. It is Laghu Bhakshanam. Bhakshanam is food, like taking food. Laghu is a little. It is called as Laghu Bhakshanam. Okay? We can call the other thing is Pratarasha. See here. Prataha is morning. Asha is food. So we call it as breakfast. We don't do breakfast in other places except morning. Pratarasha. In Hindi we call it as Nashta. English, like In Tamil it is Kalai Unnav. Okay, other thing is Pratal, Prataha, morning time food, etc. Okay, so the other thing. The Sanskrit word is Upahara Shala, like dining hall. We call it as hotel in other languages. Upahara Shala, like having place where we have food. Okay, like next one. Idli. We call it as Shalya Puba. Shalya is minimulu, like with what we prepare idli. Okay, Apupaha is an item, which is in the form of idli. Shalya Apupaha in Sanskrit. In 16th century, there was a last Indian encyclopedia, Shivatattvaratmakara, in which they told in 16th century, it is Indian food which went to Indonesia and came back to India on the name of idli. So idli is our Indian food. Next, you can see the other one. Upahara Gruham, the house where we cook food, that is canteen. Upahara Kona in Kannada, Upahara Gadi in Telugu, Upahara Gadi, okay, Puttapittal Arai in Tamil, etc. Okay, there is Upahara Gram. Aharam is food, Upaharam little food, place. Place where we cook little food is tiffin. See, we all know puri, right? We call it as purika. You know what is puranam? Filling. Filling something is called as purnam. In Telugu we have a purnam bure, the food item, which is filled with sweet. Now here puri is nothing but the filled with air. Okay? So in the same purika turned into puri in Hindi, all other languages also. Okay? In Malayalam is Muluvan, Purai, etc. in Nepali. So puri is puri only in Sanskrit. So daily in if we eat puri, don't consider it as some other language word. It is Sanskrit word itself. Okay? Okay. Upahara Kendram is another word for canteen. Upahara Kendram is a place. The other food is dosha. Okay? Masha dosha. Masha is minimulu. Okay? We prepare a doshakam. Is a flat thing, is called dosha. It is an ancient word. It's an ancient word in 16th century. The same book told doshakam. Doshakam is nothing but dosha. Okay? That is called as Urad dosha in Hindi. Dosha. Okay? Okay. The other, we call it as pesarattu in Telugu. Okay? Is called as mudga dosha. Like taco. Okay? Mudga dosha. If you prepare different grain tacos, it is mudga dosha. Okay? Another one. Palandu dosha. Palandu is onion. If you prepare dosha with onion, adding onion, and you call as palandu dosha is a Sanskrit word. Palandu dosha. In Telugu it is ullipaya dosha. Hindi it is pyaz ka dosha, etc. Okay? So, there is another like C. Here it is masala dosha, right? Masala means adding something to eat called upaskam. Upa is addition to it. Upaska dosha is masala dosha. Okay? Samasha. Samasha filled with something is samosa. Okay? The other thing is mudga purnika. Mudga is a grain. Purnika filled in it is called as kachori. Okay? Like godhuma pishtika, like upma. Upma cooked with wheat is called godhuma pishtika. Pishtika is, pishtam is a pindi. Pishtam in Hindi also is called as a dog in English. Okay? Godhuma pashtika. Sorry. Godhuma pashtika. It is vatika. We call it as vada. Vatika. It is famous even in Vimana also, in flights also we are served with vada. Okay, this is vada. This is like vatika. If you find like in Mumbai special pav bhaji, like it is what it is called actually, vada pav. Vatika rotika. Vatika is vada, rotika is bread. The bread rotika turned into roti. Nowadays we eat different rotis. Like it is mudga rotika. It is bread with a mudga dhanya. Okay. Snigdha pishtakam. Snigdha is smooth. Pishta is pindi again like Doug. Snigdha pishtakam. Smooth pishtam is called as cake. Okay. If it is a new tradition like Jalapurika is pani puri. Jala is pani. Puri, purika is which is blown with filled with something air. Like Jalapurika is pani puri. Supishtakam is a biscuit. Biscuit is like made up of duck. Supishtakam, it is made well, it's called as Supishtakam. So, if you find, it's a very simple language where you can see, like it's some other interesting thing. We know pizza. It is made up of duck. We call it as Pishtakam.
So pizza is called Pishtaka dosa?
Not Pishtakam, Pishtaka dosha. Okay, it is called Pishtaka. Pishta means a duck. If you go to a pizza center, he just takes a duck, flattens it, he heats it, adds something and give it to you, like Pishtakam. Okay. Shaka rotika. Shaka is vegetable, rotika is bread, like sandwich. Okay, we add vegetables in it, Subway, etc. Navanitam. Navanitam is nothing but butter. We call it Venna in other languages. Navanitam. See here, Sanskrit word, jam, phalapakaha. Phalam is fruit, paka is essence. Jam. Phalapakaha. We can use all these words in our daily routine, which is very easy. Okay? So in Sanskrit, it's called milk cream. Dugdha mastu. Mastu means cream made up of milk is called as Dugdha mastu. Marichi. Marichi means like mirchi. Bharji means filled. Item which is filled with marichika, that is with mirchi, is called as maricha bharji. It is Sanskrit. Maricha bharji. Later on, it became the mirchi bhaji. Okay, so
you're making us hungry.
Even me, thank you. So it is called as aluka bharji. If it is alu bhaji, it's called as alukam. Alukam, like potato, bharji, filled with. Okay. The other one is like vartaka bharji. Someone make bharji with brinjal. It's called vartakam. Vartakam means brinjal. There was a great saying, like hope you will enjoy. There's a food session going on. Some great scholar came and asked to show his talent. Bhojane tatra vartaka. What is meant by varta? Means news. Generally, while eating, we will discuss some important news. A scholar asked, Bhojane in food, vartaka, what are the news? The other scholar wanted to teach him a lesson, told that vartakas tatra bhojane. Vartaka means brinjal is the news in the food. He is asking about the world news. He told the word vartaka, like brinjal, is the news. Bhojane yedina vartaka, if there is no brinjal in the food, in the bhojana, nasti vartakas tatra bhojane. Means brinjal is given such importance to the food. If there is no brinjal in our food items, it is not a bhojana. That is the reason we call brinjal is a king of the vegetables. Okay, so that's another shloka. To just fun, add some reference, I'm just telling it. Like, pakvavati, pakva, cooked thing is called as pakodi. Something which is fried is called as pakvavati. The other thing generally we mostly use called kasulaha, chips, potato chips, etc. Okay, in this way, generally, Sanskrit is such a language which taught us many things. Not only these things, not only, just a second. Okay. So, not only these food items, etc., but also it taught many things to us. Sanskrit, if you want political science, you can go to Chanakya. If you want administration, you can go to Chanakya. If you want ethics, you can go to Manu Dharma Shastra or some other Parashara Smrtis, etc. If you want some sciences, you can go to Bruhat Samhita, written by Varaha Mihira. If you want medicine, you can go to a scholar called Dhanvantari. Like if you want grammar, you can go to Panini, Vararuchi, etc., Patanjali, etc. If you want yoga, you can go to Patanjali. So there's a society where all the different sciences, all sorts of knowledge, everything was explained by our scholars. So why only in Sanskritam? In that time, the entire world used to speak only in Sanskrit. So if you speak in some other languages, the book is not published. Even though we know different languages, you find only one style of language in newspapers. We call it as newspaper language. Why it is so? It is authentic, everyone can understand and can apply. So Sanskrit is also such a language where people wrote many books in Sanskritam. They call it as Deva Bhasha. Deva Bhasha means not of gods actually. The word is God, but the telling is great people's language. Who become great, who is educated, become great. Vidyavan sarvatra pujyate, Vidwan sarvatra pujyate. He'll be worshipped everywhere. So people who have read, who understood or who studied is called as Vidwan. He wrote a book in language where every scholar can understand. Why only scholar? Why not a lame people can understand? If he's a common man, he don't study. A person who got interest only will study. It should not be ruined in a lame, useless hands. So they made it a samyak kritam refined language. It's easy. Now I want your responses, whether you understood the first class or not, whether you found it easy or not, whether you wanted to go ahead with same enthusiasm as you started or not, and just anything refinements if you expect. Next class we are going to talk about the literature. I don't want to go directly into the grammar and just tell you something which is out of boundary. Let us go slowly from a small village to a small town to a city to a next nation. Then we'll come to international. I think English is international language, Sanskrit is universal language. So before going to universal language, I want just to start our travel with a small travel. So today just I introduced to you how Sanskrit will be and what is the impact of Sanskrit on other languages, and how Sanskrit words we use, how many Sanskrit words we use in general life, and what are the changes of Sanskrit words we are using now. So this is from my side. I want your responses and how you felt, not appreciations, like subject-wise, how you felt it, and is there something new which you learned today? I want to know that. So individually, I want someone slowly, everyone. I want to tell, I want to listen to you all.
Well, we understood well. Actually, I understood well most of the parts, and it's good to know that the Devanagari script and Hindi are similar. I know Hindi, so it does help me in that sense, I guess.
Okay.
Definitely, we learned a lot. So.
Thank you. Anything new point you learned, just tell it such that other people can understand and tell some other new concept. Ina ji?
The Barbara story.
Thank you. Great. Maruti ji? Veena Garu, is there anything you want to tell?
I think from now onwards we can say if you want to learn Devanagari script,
Yes.
then we can make them learn that if you want to, to the children, for the future generations, they are very excited to know that if you want to learn the Indus Valley civilization language, so we can teach them, like a Hindi or something like that.
Let me tell you something which is very important, essential, I forgot to tell. Among many scripts, there are many scripts like Saraswati scripts, Sharada scripts, Brahmi scripts, etc. Among which Devanagari is very famous.
Okay.
There are many scripts, but Devanagari is famous and it is authentic.
Okay.
So, Hindi and other languages opted this Devanagari script. like Marathi, etc., took Brahmi script as their inspiration to just develop their language.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Found one thing interesting is the letters A, E, they are the same in Hindi and Telugu, say for example, but the script is quite different.
No, grammar is similar, Swami.
Oh,
Grammar is similar, but not the script. In English, we write A like this. In Telugu, we write